I don't know if you noticed, but Rough Animator version 2.13 came out recently. And it's just a bug fix. But Rough Animator's been making a lot of updates this year. And not only bug fixes, but adding features. So today, I thought I'd request a feature for Rough Animator to add that I would like to see. So let's find out what that is on today's episode of the Expat Animator.
So I'm on the Mac. Let me just create a new project real quick here in Rough Animator. And what I would like to see is right now we've got 5 different tool palettes, and there's no way to make them all disappear and then all come back at the same time. If you want to do that, you have to close them one by one, and then you got to go back up here to Window and bring them back one by one. Now, this is done in other programs, including on the iPad version of Rough Animator. So I'm going to take a look at that. But first, let me just show you a program called Affinity Photo, which is like Photoshop. And if I'm here, you can see my palettes here. And if I just hit the Tab key on my keyboard, watch all those palettes just disappear. And I can even get rid of my rulers. And then I just have, my full screen to draw on, which is really nice. Now if I hit the Tab key again, it brings all of my palettes back. And I know that Photoshop does this, and some other programs will do this as well. So that's kind of the feature that I would like to see added to Rough Animator if possible. But as of right now, I can't see any of these options that would do that for me. And so that's my feature request. Would be nice to see in future update of Rough Animator. Now, let me switch over to my iPad and I'll show you what I mean because the iPad version actually has this feature. So let me switch over now. Okay, so here's my iPad version and you can see all the palettes we've got. But if I want to draw full screen, I can just hit this 4-arrow square looking button here. And if I click that, then I go full screen. And then I can pinch to zoom and I have the full area of my iPad screen to draw on. And then when I'm ready to, change colors or switch brushes, I hit that and brings back all of my palettes. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, is something that just gets all the palettes out of the way, lets me draw, and then some way to bring them back. That would be a nice feature to add for future versions of Rough Animator. And let me switch back over to Mac real quick. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there's a new version of Rough Animator 2.13. And it was just bug fixes. I went ahead and updated to it, and I haven't seen any new features added. So it's probably just bug fixes, and I haven't noticed any crashes in it. So should be pretty good to update to 2.13. If you've seen any issues with version 2.13 in Rough Animator, leave them in the comments below, and I'll try and take a look at it. But that'll do it for today. My name is Patrick Davidson. This has been another episode of the Expat Animator. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. If you found today's video helpful, you might like some of my animation classes over at Skillshare.com. I'll put the link in the description below.